TEAM stands for Teen Environmental Education Mentorship, where we served 18 kids per year for a year-long internship program, and mostly youth from marginalized communities.
I loved TEAM so much. It was my first step into environmental education and activism, and I finally felt like I was welcome in nature because I'm an immigrant from Mexico, and I never, in advertisements for kayaking or backpacking things, you always see families of white people, and it's kind of shoved in your face that you're not necessarily welcome in the outdoors. But TEAM really provided a place where I felt welcome and accepted and wanted out in nature.
TEAM was such a supportive, positive, loving environment for me to grow as a person and as a leader.
My experience with TEAM was really important in helping me to be more confident and to feel like I could be a leader, and also to have a space where I could really express myself and also meet a bunch of people from all over the Bay Area that I probably wouldn't have met otherwise, and I think that was also really valuable to me.
When we first heard that TEAM was being canceled, we were all, of course, really devastated. We didn't really get proper closure, of course. Usually at the end of the year we have a graduation.
I remember I heard about TEAM ending and I was really, really sad about it.
At first, hearing the news about TEAM being canceled, I think it was really devastating and overwhelming for a lot of us. I know my mom knew how much TEAM had meant to me, so she was very sad to hear the news that it was cut. So at first it was really kind of overwhelming and devastating that this really amazing environment had been taken away from me and a lot of other kids, teens. But then when Carly said, hey, why not build our own version of TEAM? That was so inspiring. She had just lost her job, basically lost her home, lost everything that she had built because of COVID and budget losses and stuff like that. And so instead of kind of sulking and all of that, she took that as an opportunity to build her own really amazing thing. So really intense and sad at first, but then turned out to be really inspiring and empowering, kind of making the best out of a pretty bad situation and creating something so amazing out of it.
So I really feel like youth have all of the answers that we need. They just need a space to be trusted and have the resources that they need.
I think everyone on our TEAM program has in some way wanted to be a part of LEEP, right? So it was a pretty smooth transition. I mean, instead of meeting to discuss TEAM or to teach children, we started talking about how are we going to start our own nonprofit.
I just think it's so important to keep the mission of TEAM going, to keep bringing in youth who want to grow and learn about the natural world and share what they know with their community.
And I think we looked at what our mission was and what we were doing at team, and we thought, we can do this better, right? I think being able to design everything from the ground up, build our values and our mission ourselves was just a really great opportunity. I think I'm really excited and really proud that it's completely youth run. I mean, if you're on one of our meetings, you just see a bunch of teenagers, right? And then we start opening our mouths and start talking about the research we've done and all that. And it's so inspiring, right? To see a high school sophomore talk about taxes. And it's so cool to see how far people have come. And I think this is the kind of stuff we want to pass down. If we do get new incoming teenagers and high schoolers next year, is that sort of, if we were able to start a nonprofit during coronavirus, like during COVID-19, you can, right? Like, we can give you the resources to do just that.
We have a lot of different committees. We're kind of dividing up what needs to be done, and the youth are taking on those leadership roles.
So a lot of that is deciding what our core values are, working with our marketing team on our website or social media outreach, just trying to generate, awareness and show people, hey, we used to be team, but team's closed, here's LEEP, and so you can follow us on our journey.
So we have a social media committee, and they've created social media accounts and are kind of working on sharing our story and bios. Marketing committee, they're working on a website and a logo and designs. Finance committee, they are going to work on finding and securing grants and funding. Board selection committee, they're kind of figuring out how we're going to pick our board and what our board's going to look like. Legalization committee, those folks are kind of looking into the official paperwork to become a nonprofit. And operations committee, we're kind of looking into the operational side of things with spaces and supplies that we need. So any youth is welcome to be part of any of those committees at any capacity, whatever feels doable and exciting for them.
I'm so grateful for the experience, and that I feel like Carly did a really great job of emphasizing the inclusive aspect of it all. Because again, I never thought that me, a queer immigrant, could partake in creating this kind of environment for other similar people.
Really gives us the opportunity to really think deeply about how we want every aspect of the organization to be, how we want it to be run, what we want it to look like on a daily basis, and also that it's really being designed and organized by youth so that it's really relevant to them and feels like something that they want to do.
Collaboration has been really amazing because there's really no way that one person can do this by themselves.
It's a really supportive environment with people who are really passionate about environmental issues and social issues, and who are willing to try new things and grow as leaders and as people, and be able to work in a team.
And that's what's so cool is I've made so many lifelong friendships here. And looking at the network of alumni that Carly has built is just so inspiring. And now we also have access to that, right? We have alumni joining our Zooms every now and then, and it's so cool to meet people who were affected by the program and who grew from the program as well. For last year, we were only 18 people when team was shut down, but in the past month, we've met, probably over 50 alumni who have all just expressed their condolences and have wanted to help in LEEP.
I'd say LEEP is a safe space for teens who don't really feel welcome out in the environment, but who have an interest in it. This could be your gateway, your bridge into the natural world and nature and environmental education, and it's very good for people who don't have any experience. This is very much a place meant for growth. You can go into it having no experience, scarcely ever going on hikes, not knowing the names of like different little flowers that are everywhere. And it's definitely a place where one can thrive and grow and learn so much. Like even if you just have the slightest interest in maybe becoming like a leader or an environmental activist or something, I feel like this is the place to figure that out about yourself.
Even just the process of creating it has been really inspirational. And all that's important to me is that youth in some way kind of find their power. And I feel like we're doing that just in the process of creating this thing.